Welcome back to my channel, YouTube. Power, moves, and electrical and trucking. Hey, this is my second video that I'm coming to you with, and I would like to thank everybody who took a look at my first video. Hey, I got some likes, so that was good. And I know on the video I didn't say, leave likes, reach down and hit the like button if you like the content. But if you like the content that I'm getting ready to bring to you today, hit the like button. You got any comment? Put the comments in the comment box. Okay, my channel is what I'm trying to bring my experience how I and it kind of go hand in hand. When I was in electrical in about 2008, and like I said, I started the business in 1994, and I made good money all the way up to about 2006, 2008, when the economy crashed in the United States, and I found myself with no income. I made good money, but at that one point, it looked like somebody unplugged the plug, and there was no more work going in Georgia for uh, the work that I was doing. I did a lot of subdivision. I wired a lot of subdivisions. We did a lot of had some service call, but basically it was wiring brand new homes from the ground up, and that's what I was in then. But it just looked like one day just the bottom fell. The market crashed, and I found myself in a bad situation with no work, with no work. And I tell you, you never want to be at that point where you have no income coming in. And the only thing I could think about, I sat back and thought about all that money I made, all them cruises and all those things that I bought, and kids. I tried to make sure they had everything, make sure they had cars, make sure just everybody was happy. I just spent the money, but I never did think about putting the money up, putting it in something that would make my money make money. If I would have did that, if I would have put my money when I first started my business in something that was compound interest, I would have made it, because I would have been putting a large amount of money in there, and it would have been getting larger and larger and larger and larger. And that probably would have helped my business stay afloat until the good times came back. But I didn't do that. I said I didn't do that. But I made a promise to myself. I never be with one job or one company. I want to create two companies, two LLCs. The name of my electrical company is Unbelievable Electrical, and the name of my trucking company is DBF Trucking LLC. Both of them is a LLC. So I created both of those companies, and I'm gonna always be looking and strategizing and try to create a third company. So we're working on that. So what I would like to say is, I've been driving I started driving for Schneider in 2012, which which went pretty good once I left CRS2. It was a little bit more stable. Like I see myself making a little income. Now, I tell you something that'll hurt you real bad. If you making 15, 20, $30,000 a month, and then you go and work a job and you make, what was it, 25 or $3,000 a month. Boy, that's a lifestyle change. That's a heck of a lifestyle change. That's a big life. I think I was making on the JC Penn account when I started with Schneider, I might have brought home $600 a week, maybe seven. Wasn't much, but it's nothing like getting a check for $20,000 Even if you take the material out, I still probably brought home 12 or 10 after all my overall expenses. I brought 20. I might have brought 15 home, after my overall expense. Even if I brought 10 home, it's more than $3,000. And I worked hard when I drove those trucks because I was learning. I was learning the trade, so it was kind of difficult. But like I say, uh, driving with them, and then I became a owner operator. And like I say, I did 3 trucks, one in tanker for 1 year. I leased a truck $600 a week. Second truck, probably around about $800 a week. Third truck was, like I say, about $1,000 a week, which was which was doable because I always would talk to some of the older guys and try to get their point of view what they do. And I talked to this one guy, and I was trying to drive down here in the South in Atlanta from Florida and back. It just didn't do the work. I had to take a load up from Atlanta all the way to the the northeast. I either went to Jersey or Carlisle, and I just ran around there. And man, I made good money. I made good money. I made darn good money. And then the economy kind of slowed down again, and I couldn't. The $1,000 a week I was getting in the hole, so I just dropped the truck. I dropped the truck, took it back to Schneider, and then what happened was the electrical started picking back up. And man, I said, "Woof! Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus." And then when the electrical started picking back up, I put my money up, started my compound interest account, uh, started rolling my money, and then I was able to get my credit straight. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna always be saying this: get your credit straight. You cannot run a company without good credit. You got to be able to get your hand on capital. You got to be able to get your hand on capital because your business need to grow, and when hard times come, it can float you over until the good times come back. Or it can also help you create a whole new second company. But if you don't have good credit, do not go out here and try to start a business or go out here and try to be an owner operator. Your business will fail. And you see this with the trucking business now, because it kind of go as I look at it, the experience that I learned in electrical, and when we were going through trucking, we had a good time. Like I say, my friends that had their own authority, I was just leased on on Schneider. I was using their authority. Uh, they were making about $16,000 a month. They were making good money. They were making good money. I mean, like I said, they bought nice things. They were doing things, and like I said, I was trying to warn them because I had been down that road. And so what I was doing was I was putting money up. I was putting it in, getting my credit straight, and I was able to go down a Long Mountain. I was able to take $3,000. It was 3,500 at a discount. $3,000. I bought the Freightliner, and I probably had about $8,000 in my account after I even paid the $3,000. Electrical was back on track. I said, all right, I can't let it go down no more. But I like trucking, and what trucking did for me, and I tell you all, man, I cried some of them loads that I was taking, and I thought about all the time that the money that I made, some of the loads I taken. Hey man, I had tears coming out of my eyes. I had real tears coming out my eyes because uh, trucking, when I first started, it was hard. I mean, and anybody that do trucking know, you go in a trucking town and they're gonna tell you how hard it was. And I went school right to understand uh, what trucking uh, was 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 put in front of me to do. And like I say, sometimes you listen to an old guy with some wisdom that bring you that knowledge. He sat me down. He said, "Hey, Schneider owe you nothing. Schneider is not responsible for your bills. Schneider is not responsible for your children. Schneider is not responsible for your wife and your house and your car note. Only thing Schneider is responsible for is, as the owner operator, to put Lowe's on that board, to give me the opportunity, and I got to be smart, opportunity to pick the best load that fits my situation. That's all Schneider's job is to do. Schneider's job is to take care of their stockholders, take care of their company, and take care of their employees. That's it. That's it. And then, I hear people complain about the company. Hey, that ain't their responsibility. It's your job to get out here to learn how to maneuver, how to get what they leave on the table to make you better. And if you think you can work your way without compound interest, without putting your money up, 401ks, to flip your money, to snowball your money, so when you go to sleep, your money making money, and when you wake up, your money making money, you sit down, your money making money. If you don't do that, you still gonna be in a failing position. Just like I say, NBA players make hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. The ones that don't put their money where they can be able to get a residual income for the rest of their life, yeah, it might take them 10 years before they go broke, but they going broke. Okay? They going broke. And we see it all the time. Business is hard. Everybody is not a business person. If you don't read, you ain't no business person. If you don't study and look at the market, you ain't no business person. If you don't understand basic finance, you're not a business person. If you come to the table saying, all I'm going to do is work hard, you ain't no business person. You going to fail. It's just a matter of time before you fail. And you'll be running that treadmill until you die. How about that? Because the treadmill always got some riders on it. Everybody, I got on the treadmill. You couldn't tell me nothing. I'm going to be a business owner. What do that mean? I didn't know nothing. I just knew how to work. Now I had a skill in electrical because I can wire a house up. I can troubleshoot how I come in your house and figure out if you got what the problem is. If you got an outlets working in your room, if your panel go out, I can change out your panel, change out your meter box. I can hang you some recess lights. I can add some lights. I can add some receptacles. I can put your EV charger in. I can put your whole house generator in. I can do all of that. I got the skills, but that don't make me a business owner. I had to download Audible. I got my Audible account, and I just listened to people who were successful. And when I listened to them, they started clicking. They started clicking. They said, okay. I started putting my money up. I got my credit right. Now my credit wasn't even right. I was running up and down the road without credit. Cash base, no credit base. Most companies run credit and take their profit and put it in compound interest and let that money grow. They take all their profit and put it in the compound interest and let that money grow and use the credit to run the business. The credit run the business. The profit builds wealth. The profit builds wealth. You put it in, if you say ourselves 5%, 8% return on our money, that will grow your money. 10%, that will grow your money real fast. Use the credit to keep the daily operation going. If Schneider got 12,000 trucks and they only make $1 a truck and take $12,000 clear and put it over here in the compound interest account each month, look how that money gonna grow. It's gonna grow. So trucking is an opportunity to grow your wealth. Now it's hard because the difference between trucking and electrical, like I say, when I go out on a service call, I don't do new construction. I don't wire new construction. I sub that out now. You know, I got some guys that will go in there and this is their specialty. They're going to wire the whole house for me. And I pay them a certain amount. I'm getting a little too old to be trying to wire a whole house. Now I go and do some service calls. Maybe a panel change out. But like I say, my son do most of that. But when we get loaded up, I strap on my tube belt. And I got to get in there and get it. You know, like I say, the first truck I bought, I only put 100,000 miles on it because the electrical was going so good, but I was able to train 2 guys to take care of the electrical. And so when they got trained up and able to take care of the electrical, then I could concentrate on trucking. So I went out and bought the 2020 Kenworth T60 to make some extra income so I could take that money and compound it, you know. So and sometimes it might have to help out the electrical. Right? Sometimes it might help grow the electrical or add some things to electrical. Sometimes the electrical might have to help the trucking. You know, that's not true. Electrical don't have to help the trucking. Basically, I try to take the trucking money and put as much of it up as I can, and also enjoy myself. You know, enjoy myself. Like I say, my kids are older now. Like I say, my youngest son is around 33. He came in and took care, learned the electrical, so he's doing that. So, and that was a big help. Like I said, it wasn't easy because these young kids, they don't have no work ethic. So you had to train them and be patient and try to understand where they're coming from, but try to instill some of that old wisdom in them and tell them this is the way it's gonna have to be. You got to put on nice clothes. You got to present yourself. Nobody want to see your butt when you bend over. You got to wear a nice shirt. See, this is my unbelievable electrical shirt. You got to put on a nice shirt. You got to present yourself good. But like I say, the difference in the money, when I go out on a service call, it's $150 for me to show up for one man. One man, $150. And each additional hour is 118 plus parts and material. Trucking, I pick up a load, I take it to the customer. If it's a drop and hook, I can drop it and move on. If I don't have no problem, I'm basically not wasting that much time. If I had to do a live load or a live unload or whatever, if I got to stay there an hour or two, I don't get charged. I mean, I can't charge the customer for keeping me there a long period of time. Because when we look on the load board, whatever that price is on the load board, that's your price. You can't negotiate with Schneider. Maybe Landstar brokers you can negotiate, but not with Schneider. Whatever that price is, they say drop a hook, show you 2 trailers. That means drop a hook. If you got 1 trailer and no trailer, that means one of them gonna be a live load or a live load. And I'll explain that in detail later. Okay, Landstar's a little bit different. They get to talk to the brokers. And the problem with a lot of people that come over to Schneider and they come from Landstar. See, when you with Landstar, when you talk to a broker, and see, people think that you get a lot of money, you can do a lot of, you just want the money. You got to work on your strategy. You got to know how to talk to the broker. You got to send the broker. Hey, you might have to send him to Las Vegas. You have to learn what his wife's name is and what's her birthday. What the lady kid's name. See, when I go to my shippers and receivers, I talk to everybody. I also carry gift cards, food gift card, Walmart gift card, because you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a relationship to get me in that in there and out, out and in. I want to be able to get a phone number so I can text them, hey, is that load ready? Is it delayed before I start my clock? Is the load canceled before I get there? Even though I get $150 if it cancels, but it depends on where I'm going. I might can look on the load board and maneuver, get there, so when I get there and get my 150, I'm able to keep moving. Hey, just give me that load then and move. When I go and eat dinner, you know, this guy, I can't think his name right now. Get a waitress the tip before. Don't wait till after, because you're trying to get good service. See, when you give money out and you work on your strategy, people treat you different. They look at you different. When you walk in, they say, "Mr. Fam Bro." When the guy load him, I go out there and the guy doing a live unload. He come out there and try to get, take the air, unhook the trail or whatever, the air from the trail stuff. Hey, what's your cash out, man? If I send you $20, how fast can you get me going? Shoot. More people that 2.5 hours, I give them $20, $25. I'm out of there. Cash out. I'm gone. I'm going to my next load. So I ain't wasting time. I'm moving while the other guy's still sitting there. I'm thinking. See, when I'm riding in my truck, I'm thinking about strategy. I'm thinking about, hey, how can I better myself? I don't want to listen to all the football. All my football days over. Those guys are, they got to worry about football. I don't listen to the news because the news too negative. That ain't gonna get me where I need to go. Now I do listen to the market. I try to see what the economy doing. I listen to that sometimes, every now and then. But most of the time when I'm riding in the morning, I get that cup of coffee and it's nice and the sun shine and the road's clear. Man, I'm thinking, hey, how to increase my electrical business, how to advertise, how to bring finance to my customers that can't pay. How can I help them? See, when you help people, that's how you get rich. You try to just steal all and get all the money, you're gonna be poor. The man said, a poor person always talk about people. Middle class people always talk about events. But wealthy people always talk about strategy. So when I walk into something, talk to somebody, and we talking about strategy, I know that person going somewhere. When he use words like, not down in the company, like talking bad about the company and talking about how he can better himself, I know that guy gonna make it, or that woman gonna make it. And get a shout out to all the women's out there. There's a lot of women out there rolling on the road. And I like to give a shout out to the Slime Pack. The young lady, she's doing a great job with her YouTube channel. I like that. And let's protect our women out there. Hey, let's protect our women. Let's get out there and protect our women that's going in and out the truck stop. Now, I know men like to talk to women. And it's all right. Shoot your shot. But don't be looking like drooling at the mouth. If she gonna pick you, she'll pick you. But if you get your money right and you're looking good and you dress good, and when you speak and talk to that woman, she know you're gonna be about something. So let's protect our women out there. I heard a woman talking about things that will happen to women out there. That shouldn't happen at a truck stop. Cause we got some truckers, I hear them on the CB, they cuss you out, they ready to pull over to the side and fight you. And I don't understand why a trucker, we can't get along. Don't you know it's 3.6 million truckers in the USA? 3.6 million truckers in the USA. It's about 350,000 owner operators. Well, 3.6 count everybody. If each one of us gave $1, if we collected all that money as a collective group, we can change the trucking industry. One reason we can't change the trucking industry is because we got a lot of I people, me people, my way or the highway people. But if we work as a group, like the dock workers, you want to make $200,000 a year without driving 3,000 miles an hour? Let us come together like that and get $3.5 million to be able to tell the people what we want to do as a collective group. When we come together as a collective group, we can change trucking. We can change trucking. Now, could it be done? Hey, we're getting a lot of new young guys out there. Trucking people is not as respectful to each other like they should be. You know, they call us professional truck drivers. They said professional truck driver. You go to the truck stop, professional truck driver. Can you move your truck up so other people can pump gas? Professional. We don't dress like professionals. We don't walk like professionals. We don't look like professionals. We don't speak like professionals. So how you expect somebody to treat you like a professional? Think about that. 3.6 million truck drivers. Man, we are a powerful force. We over $700 billion of the GDP of the United States of America. Man, we are a major force. But if you think about it, they treat us not too good. They treat us not too good. If that is saying, not too good. We know we can be treated better. We know we are better people because we work hard. We move freight. We feed mom, dad, babies, children. We feed the world. The world run off truck drivers. But if we get ourselves together, get our shoulders up, and talk to each other respectfully, and understand where everybody comes from, we all got problems. We got bills. You don't know if that person got some bills, his kids at home acting bad, and he do something wrong, and the first thing truck get on and start cussing. You don't know what that man or woman going through. You know it's hard out here for a truck driver. You know the pay ain't that good. Most people that come out of starting trucker, that's the last thing. That's their last hope. And you know when you first started trucking, it was hard. So I'm going to end this and I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about my experience running the Schneider load board, what I think about Schneider, and why you out here driving for a company and you don't buy stock in that country if they on the stock exchange, and if you got stock of a company, you a stockholder. If you buy stock of a company, you become a stockholder. Who do the company take care of? Stockholders. That's their number one goal, is to please the stockholder, not the driver. You know that. I ain't even got to tell you that. But they like to please, they got to please the stockholder. So let's get smart. Let's get out here and let's make trucking 2025 the best. Let's bring everybody up. Because if everybody is walking tall, looking good and straight, then everybody will treat us different. And we could demand different. To all my YouTube truck drivers, be safe out there. To the women's out there, thank you for coming on and making trucking look beautiful. We got some beautiful women in truck driving. And they're making trucking look beautiful. They out here doing the darn thing. So be safe out there, truck drivers. And to my electrician, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some equipment so I can wear, and you're gonna see me out there working on the panel, explaining uh, how I change out electrical panel, how I go into a house and troubleshoot problem, how I work on uh, wiring up AC unit, how I hang ceiling fan, how I install recess can, how I might put up a backup home generator. And I want to get the camera so when I do that, you could be right there with me. So I'm coming to you. I'm gonna bring some good content, and once I get my new product here to bring better video, hey, we're gonna be one team. All right, YouTube channel, be safe out there. I come back to you later with another upload. This is my second upload. I hope it's a little better than the first upload. I know it got dark at the end. That's because the truck pulled in front of me and it cut my light off. And I was like, oh Lord. But hey, they say if you keep doing it, you get better. And you know I'm a person, I'm gonna keep doing it. Peace and be safe out there, truckers. And to all my electricians, don't get shot.